Oh, this is a Monday night here in Bayport, Long Island. And this is a restaurant in Bayport called Blue. It's supposed to be a nice restaurant. A lot of people come here to eat. But I'm not filming it tonight to do a critique on the restaurant, but to let everyone know that there's going to be a guest speaker here tonight, Tim Bishop. Now, as you might know, Tim Bishop is the congressman of the 1st District here on Long Island, who's supposed to represent the people of the East End of Long Island. And recently, Tim Bishop sent out a letter to his constituents in an attempt to mend fences, no doubt in reaction to the thumping that the liberal agenda got in the Massachusetts election. Now, in this letter, Tim Bishop says that he wants to strengthen Medicare. That's what he's telling his constituents. But Tim Bishop was one of the congressmen who fully supported and voted for H.R. 3200, better known as the $1 trillion monstrosity. And Betsy McCoy exposed that bill, and she clearly pointed out that H.R. 3200 would cut Medicare by $500 billion while raising taxes on small businesses. And in the letter, Bishop also mentions tort reform. For the first time. Well, gee, Tim, conservatives have been calling for tort reform since the beginning of the health care reform debate. But you weren't listening then, but you're acting like you're listening now? My, I wonder if the election in Massachusetts had anything to do with your change of heart. And Bishop just couldn't resist throwing another jab at the Tea Party movement, saying in his letter that opponents, that's us, are so determined to cause political damage that they deny every attempt at compromise and never offer any serious ideas. No serious ideas? Is that a fact, Tim? How about tort reform? Medical legal liability cost our healthcare system $250 billion a year. And yet not a word about tort reform was mentioned in the healthcare bill, H.R. 3200, that you voted for. And how about opening up the purchase of health care plans across state lines to free up competition among the 1,100 health insurance companies across America to drive down costs? That sounds like a serious idea to me that you apparently weren't interested in when it was being debated. No, Tim, we're not buying your foxhole conversion because you're finally feeling your constituents breathing down your neck and that your seat in Congress is severely threatened. You're 6 months late and $1 trillion short. And the Tea Party patriots from the Conservative Society for Action and the Suffolk 912 Project are here to let you know that we haven't forgotten. Right. You don't trust him, huh? How you doing? Nice to see you out here. Thanks for coming
Absolutely.
out. Absolutely. Yeah. You wouldn't miss Tim Bishop, huh?
Absolutely. Stand up for what we believe.
Right. He thinks we're going to forget what he voted on. Not likely, huh?
We're not going to let him forget.
Right, exactly. Thank you. So, Ernie, you're not going to let Tim Bishop forget his voting record, huh?
No. We're out here. He can't hide.
Right.
You can try to sneak past us, but we'll find you.
Looks like we're becoming his worst nightmare, huh?
I hope so. Him and Foley, the other phony.
Oh yeah, well, so you think they're getting the message that Massachusetts
I think
sent?
so. Virginia, New Jersey, now Massachusetts. I think we're beginning to see the beginning of the end of this nonsense.
Well, Massachusetts was the most dramatic one. It was like the shot heard around the world.
I know. And you know, I just read an interesting thing I was doing some research on my computer today about World War II and how the Nazis took over. And if you read the article about the economy, it's almost a template for what Obama's doing. Destroy private enterprise, let the government take over everything, and if the unions think they're safe, they don't realize that they're the next ones on the hit list. And it's just scary when it's like watching history repeat itself, and it's just scary when you read these things and you say, my God, here it is at our time and place. So here we stand in the cold, and the wind, and the rain, and the heat, whatever it is, we're out here with our signs, but I think the Tea Party movement is making a big impact, and I think more Americans are starting to wake up to the fact that there's something very wrong in America when you have 11 Actually, it's more like 20% unemployment because so many people aren't even applying for jobs anymore because the jobs aren't there. And I just heard tonight that Sam's Club is laying 11,000 people off. Across the country, it's another 11,000 people out of work. Thanks, Obama.
Really? So the bipartisan commission, you hear about that, to look into the jobless situation?
Yeah. You know, he keeps looking, but it's not what Obama says, it's what he does that's frightening.
Right.
I mean, the man's an eloquent speaker. Give him credit where credit's due. The man has a great delivery. He delivers a wonderful speech, but it's not what he's saying, it's what he's doing.
What he's
And
delivering or
perfect
not
example,
delivering.
just look at the czars that he's put in place.
Right.
Now, nobody in their right mind would put these people in place unless it's a socialist agenda.
Yes.
They have an intent to destroy America as we know America. That's why we're out here in the streets.
Right.
Not on my watch, buddy. Not on my watch.
All right. Thanks for coming out here, Ernie. We can
Righto.
always count on you to fight.
Yes.
All right. Way to go. Let's
Good
get this
night.
side again. Good night. Beautiful.
What are you doing all those?
You'll see. Hey, how you doing? Came out here to protest Bishop. He's come here to give a talk, I guess, to the Third Party Club.
Oh yes, and I got a thing in the mail from Bishop.
Oh yeah.
That now healthcare.
Right.
He's thinking that maybe tort reform and portability
I
might
know.
be a good thing, which is very amusing to me.
Yeah, I was mentioning that at the beginning of this video, that he thinks all of a sudden he understands about tort reform. When we were yelling about it before, he didn't seem to care much about it.
No.
And he voted for the bill, H.R. 3200, which we didn't mention tort reform at all.
Absolutely. And this commission that they have now coming out in Washington, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna now work for tax credits or whatever.
Right.
But they're gonna raise your taxes at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't quite get how they think that's gonna work. And how come it takes them a year to figure out the middle class is hurting? That's what I laugh.
Yeah.
Job creating,
Yeah.
we've lost how many millions of jobs?
Right. Right.
You know, I mean, come on.
And I believe in his letter he talks about improving Medicare. Meanwhile, Betsy McCoy exposed H.R. 3200 as cutting $500 billion of
Yes.
Medicare.
$500 billion for Medicare Advantage, totally wiping it
Yeah.
out.
So how is that improving Medicare?
And then he's going to put more people on Medicare, make the states
Yeah.
responsible, except
Right.
for Nebraska, that is.
Yeah, he seems to forget that we know that he voted for that bill.
Oh yeah, it's too much.
He's a joke.
And Bishop is right on line with Pelosi,
Oh, yeah.
Reid, Obama. So for him to think now he's trying to watch out for us is it's a joke.
His voting record is 100% with Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid.
Yeah,
100%.
It's just a joke. He doesn't represent us. He doesn't care about us.
Right.
He only has his agenda.
So now he's worried about getting reelected, so now he's
Well, I think he better worry about
sending
it.
out kind of like
Yeah,
reconciliation
that was a
letter.
joke. I couldn't believe when I got it. I said, okay, so the stuff that we've been telling you is what we're
Right.
for. Now you're changing it because you want our vote?
I guess he missed all of our other dozens of tea parties throughout the year of 2009. He missed them all.
And if I actually thought he would fight for them, I'd give him credit for that.
Right.
But I can't see that he's out there pounding Congress to say, okay, let's pass this stuff. He's
Right.
just saying it, so.
Okay, great. Thanks for coming out here,
All
Nancy.
right.
Appreciate it.
We'll be wherever he is.
All right, way to go. See ya.
Take care.
All right. Gonna get some footage here.
So we got some people.
Oh, yeah. So he came here to send Bishop a message, huh? Since he's going to give a talk inside this restaurant here. What do you want to tell him?
Resign.
Oh,
Vote Bishop out!
she's got to go.
Vote Bishop out! Vote Bishop out! Vote Bishop out!
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, he came here on a windy, cold, rainy night to deliver a message to Tim Bishop, huh?
Absolutely, it's too important. We have to be here and we have to get this guy out of office.
All right.
It's,
A lot more people are waking up, especially after Massachusetts.
exactly. I think everybody's alert and they're aware and they're being educated more. They're watching Fox News and unfortunately they're the only station we can rely on for the truth. And America's waking up.
Right, that's good to see.
Yes,
Hopefully, hopefully there'll be some real change in November.
I hope so. The right kind of change.
Right, which includes Bishop being voted out.
Exactly. That's the number one for
That's
Long Island.
for Long
yes.
Island. All right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Yes, I got a message for Tim Bishop.
Yes.
His brother hired illegal aliens to do sprinkler systems in a house that we did. We mistook his brother for him. He looks exactly like his brother. So when we asked him, he said, "Oh, that's my brother." Meanwhile, he had at least, I'm going to guess, 20 illegal aliens working on a lawn.
Really?
Now, yes.
That's Tim Bishop's brother?
It's Tim Bishop's brother. I
He's a
think he's Lynch Landscaping
wow.
or
Amazing.
one of those. So that's my message is, you know, your family breaks the law, and here you are trying to correct it for them. I guess that's why he's for illegal immigration reform.
Bishop spent a year on health care, while 10% of the people were unemployed. Vote Bishop out! Vote Bishop out! Vote Bishop out!
What's your name again, sir?
Pro-life, John Gomez.
John Gomez, okay.
It's going to be a battle, uphill, but so is the revolution. I don't mind a fight. Got to fight on the ideas. Steve Israel is Nancy Pelosi. If you want to vote with Nancy Pelosi, go to California.
All right.
But this is New York. This is Long Island.
Exactly.
You're preaching to the choir. I know. Absolutely.